Hey guys, and welcome back to Astro Music and Tutorials. So I just spent the last 20 minutes recording a bit of this video only to find out that my OBS wasn't recording. So yeah, I'm a little pissed off about that, but let's do the video again. As a producer, our job is to make the best music that we're capable of. And to make great music, we need great sounds. Now when it comes to lo-fi, no one does it better than Lo-Fi Sounds. Lo-Fi Sounds is a lo-fi sample pack company founded by two lo-fi producers themselves, producers NNIK and Pepper. And that's how you know that the sounds made by this sample pack company will be the best in the business. I've done a little review about some of their sample packs a few months back. They have some very unique sounding sample packs that cater to all subgenres of lo-fi. Now in this video, I'm going to be reviewing their latest sample pack, the Lo-Fi Sounds Blue Hour Volume 2. It's a lo-fi jazz drum sample pack. So yeah, let's get into the video and you'll see exactly why I love this sample pack company so much. Also, I'm back with the Game of Thrones books again. This is the second part of the third book, Storm of Swords, Part 2, Blood and Gold. I love Part 1 a lot, and I know Part 2 is going to be amazing. So, if you've read this, let me know in the comment section. Now, this is the Lo-Fi Sounds Blue Hour Volume 2 sample pack. It stands out because it's highlighted in a forest green color. Also, I just realized you can change the color of each of these sample packs. If you don't know, just go to a sample pack, right click on it and click change color. I'm pretty sure I'm like the last person to find out how to do this. Anyway, let's start with the first folder in the sample pack. It's called Brushed. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you it's a very unique sound that you won't really hear in a lot of sample packs, especially lo-fi sample packs. You hear a lot of hi-hat loops, drum loops, guitar loops, melody loops, percussion loops, Foley loops, but you never really hear brush loops. I'll show you what it sounds like. They're taking a brush and they're just brushing the surface of a snare drum. And that's what's creating that texture that you hear, that sort of white noise texture. Check out this third sound. Those aren't hi-hats. I think that's actually them hitting the surface of the snare drum with the brush. That's what makes it sound like that. And you also have some brush one-shots. So you have your loops and your one-shots in the brushed folder. Moving on to our second folder, cymbal loops. Now I feel like this is another sound that's been dismissed too easily in other sample packs. The cymbal that gets the most importance in hip-hop in general are hi-hats, open and closed. That's where the variety just stops with those two sounds. So this is a cymbal loop folder. Let's check out what they sound like. So these are basically sounds that are recorded on a cymbal called ride. The ride is like the biggest cymbal in a drum kit. It's located usually on the top right side of the drummer. And depending on where you hit the ride, whether it's on the outer surface or the inner, it makes two different kinds of sounds. I think these loops are primarily based on that cymbal. Now we have cymbals. Let's check out cymbals. So yeah, this is basically the one-shot version of the cymbal loops. Again, emphasizing the ride and every other cymbal except for the hi-hats. Now we have our drum loops. I love that groove. It reminds me of Philanthrope. This is my absolute favorite sound, like making hip-hop drum grooves on a jazz drum kit. This is one of the main things that gravitated me towards lo-fi. I love it. And these sounds are sampled so beautifully. I love how they sound. Moving on, we have fills. This is another folder that I believe more drum kits should have. But people don't really understand how important fills are to like transition between different sections of songs. Ooh. You don't even need to use this full fill. I like chopping up samples, even if they're drum samples. So I would just like take this little first bit and make that into a fill or like a ghost note for my snares. The possibilities are endless. Effects and transitions. I see a lot of lasers. Lot of alien textures. Pretty cool. Hi-hat loops. Now you have your individual hats. Ooh, open hats. I love it when open hi-hats have that closing effect. I love that. That's also another thing that I haven't noticed in a lot of open hi-hats. Maybe I've just been looking at the wrong sample packs. Kicks. Beautiful. Perk loops. Now perks, individual perks. Now personally, these type of perk sounds aren't exactly my forte. They aren't sounds that I use, but I'm sure some of you guys will find it useful in your songs. Snares. This is probably one of the most important sounds in a drum sample pack. Oh, I love them all. Oh, you even have ghost snares. Snare rolls. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Like, they've really thought of everything, not just normal snares, but also sounds to complement your snares. And finally, we have toms. So yeah, that is a Lo-Fi Sounds Blue Hour Volume 2 sample pack. I'm not sure if I'm going to be making a full song or anything, but I decided to make a couple of drum loops myself. As you can see on the screen here, you can see 2 sets of drum loops. I made this just to show you guys the different grooves and the different things you can do with the sample pack. I'm very proud of this one in particular, so I don't know if I should show you that first or second, but I'll just show it to you. I love that. I love that. So this is the broken fade kick sample with the broken fade snare as well. I didn't layer the snare too much except for the 2 and the 4, and it's just a snare roll. And when layering with the snare, it just complements the sound. And then what we have a fill right here. Now this fill is actually a part of something much bigger. You don't necessarily need to use the whole thing. I just love that first little bit, and that's all I'm gonna use. I have the cymbal one shot. Now for the hi-hats, I have this. And I have that layered with this perk loop. And this brush loop. Now those 3 sounds together. And then an open hi-hat as a cherry on top. That's basically how you make this drum loop. Now I have one more drum loop. This is what it sounds like. I was going for a different sound than I usually go for, and that's what I got. So for the kick, I have the drift kick sample. Snare, I have the golden glow sample. It's a beautiful snare. And now I have this hi-hat, which is a combination of two sounds. I have this sound with this. So together you get this. And I layer that with another perk loop. And I also layer that with another brush loop, which I chopped up. Very textured. It sounds like white noise. I think it'll also help if you fade these sounds a little bit so the white noise won't be so blatant. But yeah, I also layer that with this fill over here, this drum fill. I think it's the same fill that I used in the other drum loop, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, together you get this. So this sample pack, along with all the other sample packs by Lofi Sounds, will be available on their website. I'll be adding a link in the description for you guys to check out. Now, these aren't free sample packs, they are paid, but they are affordable and worth it. Also, if you use the code Astral10, you'll get a 10% discount on all the sample packs. These guys are the best of the best at what they do, and they're also lo-fi producers who are active in the lo-fi scene itself. So you will be provided with the best possible lo-fi sounds to make your songs the best as they can possibly be. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the sample pack. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Once again, check out my older video where I reviewed more of the sample packs by Lofi Sounds. I'll link that in the description as well. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next week.